I want to get into the comments made by conservative commentator Ben Shapiro, who publicly called for President Trump to pardon former Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin for the 2020 murder of Mr. George Floyd. For those of you who didn't hear the sound, I'll play it for you. Take a listen.
If we are issuing pardons, however, there is one person that President Trump should pardon from federal charges forthwith. It would be incredibly controversial, but I think that it's absolutely necessary. That person is Derek Chauvin. President Trump should, in fact, pardon Derek Chauvin. He should. He should pardon him his federal charges. There is a man who is rotting in prison because the media decided in the middle of 2020 that they were going to turn a tragic law enforcement stop that ended with the death of a man, but a significant problem with drugs and pre-existing health problems, into the raison d'etre of the entire 2020 election. And it led to vast chaos. It led to, again, the destruction of racial comedy in the United States, $2 billion in property damage, and a guy rotting in prison who the evidence demonstrates certainly was not guilty beyond a reasonable doubt in that case.
Among those reacting to that sound is Elon Musk, the billionaire advisor to President Trump, primarily over Doge, the Department of Government Efficiency. Remember him? Musk, who owns X, reposted the sound with the quote, "Something to think about," end quote. So let me ask you, Ben Shapiro. Let me ask you, Elon Musk. Are you just saying that you just don't want black people voting for you at all?
It's a good point. Yeah, I mean, they got a little too comfortable in the election, or after the election, with the numbers that Trump had with black people. So now this shows that they're kind of trying to bite off more than they can chew. Trump did better with black people than ever before, and yet now it's like, okay, they're trying to push it a little too far, trying to appeal too much to the culture warriors on the right.
Better yet, are you saying you don't give a damn about black people? I mean, why wiggle around it? Why don't you just say it? Why don't you just say it? Elon Musk, what the hell do you mean there's something to think about? Ben Shapiro, of all the people in the world that you could have asked for a pardon for, of all the people in the world, Ben Shapiro, Derek Chauvin's the guy. A white police officer who cuffed George Floyd, took his knee, put it on his neck, kept it there for over 9 minutes as George Floyd was crying and whimpering for his mama, as people were taking photos and video, as he was telling you he couldn't breathe, and you still kept your knee on his neck for over 9 minutes. And of all the people, Ben Shapiro, that you could have come up with to say he should receive a pardon, that's the person that came to your mind. Why? I'll ask you another question, Ben Shapiro. You brought up, drug use. You brought up a criminal record, if I remember correctly. I think that's what you said, right? Right, Ben Shapiro? Just a simple question. Respectfully, sir. Would you have taken that position if George Floyd was a Jewish person? A white Jewish person? If a black cop had his knee on a white Jewish person for over 9 minutes, Ben Shapiro, would you have called for that individual to be pardoned?
It's possible he still would, to be fair. I mean, they're very deferential to cops, and yeah, the race element might not be that important to him, and the Jewish element might not be that important to him. I feel he would say yes, but a bit more begrudgingly.
I'm just asking. It's a rhetorical question because you know what I believe the answer to be is, right?
Yeah, Stephen A. Smith is pretty entertaining when he gets really agitated and starts calling people out. Ben Shapiro, I'm not surprised that he said this, but I feel like this is more the type of thing that his co-hosts, his other hosts would do. Matt Walsh obviously supports it, but he tends to be a little more cautious with the culture war stuff than the others like Michael Knowles and Matt Walsh. But this is one of those things where it's like, okay, if Trump does that, that will be a bridge too far. They almost certainly will get fewer of the black votes in 2028 than they did in 2024. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Like, comment, or subscribe to the channel. This has been The More Is the Merrier. Thank you for watching.